Hi guys, Luke George here again. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I like to rehab overactive traps, which often cause shoulder pain. If you've ever had shoulder pain, you know how debilitating and annoying it can be because it sort of limits most exercise you can do, okay? And it's very common that you start feeling it, particularly when you bench, particularly an incline bench or shoulder press. So I'm going to show you how to basically start back from the very beginning, retrain weak muscles, and basically teach your muscles how to co-contract how they should to undo often bad habits learned over years and years of basically sitting on a desk for too long or doing too many exercises like this that engage the upper traps, which often causes impingement of your AC joint, which is in your shoulder, and causes pain. So we're going to start from the floor, and then we're going to work our way up, and then we're going to work our way to barbell or torsionated shoulder press, to eventually normal shoulder press. All right, guys. So we're going to start from a bottoms-up approach in more ways than one when we're rehabbing an overactive trap, which often causes shoulder pain. So let's talk a bit about the anatomy of an overactive trap, and then we'll get into what we're doing. So your trapezius muscle actually goes like this. So it goes from the top of your neck out and then down, okay? Now what happens with people that have overactive traps or upper traps, their upper trap goes up like this and their lower trap is weakened. Now, it takes a conscious effort to actually fix this up. So you have to consciously look to fix this up. Otherwise, if you keep on benching, you keep on shoulder pressing, your overactive trap, which would probably at this point be quite strong, will just continue to do what it's doing, which is continuously overwork for the lower trap, which often causes shoulder pain and so forth. Like just a range of problems and just another ideal posture. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a kettlebell. And we're going to start with a bottoms up kettlebell hold, and we're going to do a 1/4 Turkish get up, okay? So you're going to put one knee up, you're going to put the fat bit up of the kettlebell. Why do we do this? So when you have the bottoms up, your back muscles work a lot harder to stabilize, and so then which sort of helps our next movement, our next movement is this. So if you have an overactive upper trap, it's quite hard for you to do this without engaging your lower trap. So we're basically forcing you to engage your lower trap without you knowing it, basically. Because it's quite hard for you to consciously say, I want to engage my lower trap when you're doing most exercises. However, when you're doing this exercise, so when you're rolling in and bringing the kettlebell up, you have to consciously feel whether your upper trap is doing this. So what's commonly going to happen for most people is they're going to start doing this. That sort of motion is going to start happening. Make sure you're not doing that anymore. We're trying to get you out of the habit, okay? So your bottoms up, same knee up, and I want you to just roll inwards and just make sure your shoulder isn't coming up to your ear, okay? So it should almost feel soft, as it does for mine. And all I want you to do is just going to go for 5 reps. That's 3. At all times, I want you to keep an eye on the kettlebell. 4 and 5. Good. Another positive of using a kettlebell when you're rehabbing your shoulder, but besides how simplistic this whole thing is that kettlebells usually have fat grips. So they also engage your forearms. They also engage your forearm muscles, which can be at times neglected because most people don't do enough forearm exercises. And what can occur due to weak forearms is like elbow pain, like turner's elbow and such and such. So we're also covering a lot of other things that may happen on the track. Okay, so that's step 1. I recommend if you can do this for like a week, as many days as you want, and I would do 3 sets of 5. I wouldn't get anything more than that. I wouldn't look to fatigue your lower trap. This is like an entry-level exercise for an overactive upper trap, and basically teaching us how to engage lower trap. So we do that for the first week, and now you're feeling good. we're gonna move on to the second week. So second week, we don't go too much further. We do a half Turkish get up. And again, so same knee up, hand up, bottoms up, kettlebell. I want you to roll in, and then I want you to just come up. And again, all we're doing is we're just literally giving your shoulder, the muscles around your shoulder, more things to do while still maintaining your lower upper trap to be not a dominant thing. So we're just basically trying to teach it more things now whilst using more of your lower trap. Okay, that's 4 and 5. Good, cool. So again, that second week, again, I wouldn't be doing more than three sets of 5 per day, but you can probably do it as many days as you want because it's quite a low intensity exercise. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our first pressing exercise. So we're going to go half kneeling. Again, I love the half kneeling exercise. It's not only is it a safe movement, it also teaches a beginner how to brace their core and brace their glutes. Again, in a very easy way to do it whilst without like potential for damaging the spine or anything like that, okay? So we're back here, bottoms up again. You're starting at your shoulder and you're just coming up, cool? Squeezing your abs, squeezing your bum. Again, just 5 reps, guys. Good. Now again, you have to consciously be aware that you're not pushing rigid traps up, okay? So 3, yep, my traps they're engaged, but they're not over prominent in this movement. 4 and 5. Like me literally doing that, like have fatigued my shoulder. So it's not necessarily easy exercise. And going back a step, you literally don't need heavy weight. Like, I mean, this would be, I would say 1/3 of my 1 RM for shoulder press. So like I could probably do a single arm shoulder press with 30 kilos. This is 10 kilos, that's plenty, okay? So that's the 3rd week, so we're week 3 now. Now we're gonna move on to week 4. And you can actually combine week 4 and 5 according to what you wanna do really. So now we're gonna step outside, we're gonna go for a little walk. And this is when we add an element of dynamic movement into your rehab program. So we've got waiters carry. So you're literally gonna hold the kettlebell up, bottoms up, and all I want you to do is literally walk, do 10 steps forward, and you can go, and then you go 10 steps backwards. Okay, so we're gonna do it now. So 1, 2, 3, and again, make sure your upper trap is down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards now, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, when you're doing this one, make sure your elbow is completely locked out, okay? So it's completely up to your shoulder girdle to make your shoulders stable, but it's also, again, teaching your lower trap to work harder than ever because it has to keep your shoulder nice, stiff and tight. Okay, now we're gonna move on to another pressing exercise I recommend you do. I actually do this quite frequently with people that have shoulder pain. This often sort of is like an entry level, another entry level shoulder press exercise. So it's a torsionated press. Again, we're coming down on one knee, coming down to here. So the barbell should be just over the shoulder, and we're just gonna press. Cool. Again, because we're pressing at a 45-degree angle, we're not pressing directly up. We are not asking too much of your shoulder, but we're still working your front deltoid, so the front of your shoulder there, okay? 4, 5, cool. And you can do the waiters carry and torsionated press interchangeably. The last phase of your rehab program is literally doing a shoulder press standing. So now we've come to the standing position and we're just gonna press, okay? And at this point, you should be able to do this with no pain, okay? And that should take you up to week 5. And then from there, you can go into a dumbbell or a barbell. Guys, have a go with this. Let me know how you go. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Keep tuned for future videos about strength, rehab, and fat loss.